Welcome. You are now tuned in to the Eyes on Podium podcast. My name is HB, and I'm here joined by my two brothers. Introduce yourself, y'all.
Good job, Coach Chris, Coach K, whichever you rather call me. Again, we appreciate y'all for tuning into the Eyes on Podium podcast.
Yo, it's your boy Henny. Appreciate y'all for coming for episode 3. Please comment, like, subscribe, share, do all that. Now let's get into it.
All right, right here with it. Early on, mid-season tourney. How you feel about that? How you feel about that, Chris?
So, I feel like this is one of the dumbest things the NBA could have ever even thought about doing. I just don't get it. Like, you play 82 games. Now you have a play-in tournament. You already added an extra tournament. And then on top of that, you're going to try to add another tournament in the middle of the season?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, no way. I just feel like I feel like it's going to put, players are already complaining and doing load management, sitting out games for rest, and then you're going to tell me that you're going to have players do another mid-season tournament? I just think it's a waste of time. It puts players at risk for more injuries. I feel like it's not like it's equivalent. It will never be equivalent to winning an NBA championship. So I feel like it will be a total waste.
You don't feel like it's gonna be exciting, Henny? You don't feel like that's gonna be excitement?
I do not think so at all. I agree with Chris. This is going to be a waste of time. People are just going to sit out because there's nothing to win. Just like if they had to play summer league, there's no trophy. I'm sure there's a trophy, but there's no satisfaction to it that people will want to play. The main prize is the NBA championship, and I could just see people taking this time out because it probably is going to last for a week, taking some time out just to sit and rest, just like how they do after the NBA All-Star game. Just sit and rest.
What if they gave you something? You think money will make it? Like, you think it's bad for the players or bad for the fans? Which one?
It's not bad for the fans. I love any type of basketball. I'm in summer league looking at everything. I from that view, I love from a player's standpoint. They're not going to play. I don't expect LeBron to play unless it's an NBA trophy. I can see him sitting this one out, especially if the grand prize for it is. I can't think of anything equal to an NBA championship.
What if they said whoever wins the tournament, they get a first round bye or something like that?
So that's incentivizing it,
right? Yeah,
clearly,
I see what you
right.
did there.
So which would obviously make players want to play because you get an easier path in the playoffs.
Right.
I was gonna say too, it would be cool if they incentivize a playoff lock spot for winning the tourney.
Playoff draft spot?
Nah, you get a lock spot in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if, like,
I just don't know how they will go about that because
playoff lock spot,
after the midseason tourney, it's like, what if your record is horrible? It's like where would you go? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I mean, if you can guarantee the spot in the playoffs, no matter what, and that first round is a bye, but then you probably, what if it's a great team like the Warriors that win it, and you don't get the Warriors in the first round of the first round of the playoffs? Then as a fan, I'm like, dang, I want to see that. I want to, you know what I mean? But just taking it from like the NFL type of thing, they got bye weeks and stuff like that. If they was to get like a bye round somehow.
Right.
You know what I mean? The two top teams who win get a bye round. I don't know. Something of the sort.
Look at it like this. Even if a bad team wins and get automatically put in the playoffs, now they are 2-80, and not only are they in the playoffs, they have the first round pick. That would be very, very weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. But I mean, I feel like it'll add something. Adam Silver trying to do something. I mean, he's successful. He's been successful in the play-in tournament. I would say he's successful in the play-in tournament.
I agree. I just feel like this midseason is just money grab in my opinion.
Well, the play-in is here to stay. That's happening. That's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love the play-in.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it brought so much intensity to the end of the season game. It's 10 teams that can get into it, like that can fight for a playoff position, not just 8. So I feel like the players weren't liking it. Like I remember when LeBron was upset about it. And, you know what I mean? But I felt like as a fan, I love it, man. I love like I remember the first year when Russ was on the Wizards, I think they made it exciting. You know what I mean? Like LaMelo Ball when he was a rookie, they made it exciting. You know what I mean? You have so the young players, the young stars are getting getting chances to have that kind of bright lights and be on that type of stage that will help them further on in their career. What do you think, Chris?
I mean, so for me, I'm on both sides of the fence because I feel like from a player standpoint,
pick a side.
I would hate it. Hold on. Hear me out. From a player standpoint, I would hate it only because I feel like I'm going through my whole 82 game season, right, with all of the ups and downs, right, to get the spot that I'm in, to then have to after the season fight for that spot again. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the only way I would see the play-in tournament working for players,
right,
it would have to be. I feel like you would have to make it. You would have to cut out some of the regular season games and make those last couple of games. So whichever teams finish from 1 to 6 would have a shorter season, right? They would play 70, maybe 76 games.
Whoever has what?
Whoever's the top 6 seeds.
Yeah, they have a shorter
season. They would have a shorter season.
Yeah, they got an extra week to rest.
Right, and the which is the same thing as the regular season. You play 82, but I just feel like if players continually play 82 games, why if every season has been 82 games, right? Why now all of a sudden after those 82 games do I still have to fight for my spot in the playoffs if I've earned that spot through my 82 game series? So I feel like you should shorten the season a little bit, and then those teams at the bottom give the opportunity to round out those 82 games in the play-in tournament.
Yeah, if you win, you just those games. That is true.
So, I mean, which will give you which I feel will give the fair advantage because you sit there and you get the 8th spot. Now you still got to worry about a 9th and a 10th seed trying to take your 8th spot after your 82 games. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
It insensitive.
But as a fan, I love basketball, so I will watch it.
I think it prevents tanking. It prevents like boring games at the end of the year, games that don't matter. Every game matters now. Like I think that's why it's good. That is something that the NFL does well, right? They have 17 weeks. Every game matters. When you're watching college, every game matters. The NBA, every game don't matter if you don't have the play-in game. You know what I mean? Like for example, you have a team, the Pelicans. The Pelicans made it to the playoffs. That's exciting. And they were what? A 9th seed? A 10th seed? They made it to the playoffs. They started they first 20 games was awful.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what you think? Am I tripping, Henny, or what? Am I tripping?
No, I mean, look, I take it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
From both of you guys' perspective. Like, as a fan, I love watching it. I love an underdog. I love an underdog story.
Right.
Like I love to see. Like one day there's going to be a 10th seed who wins the NBA playoffs. Just one day it's going to be. It's going to be a team who just riddled with injuries. Who lost their coach, got a new coach in the middle of the season, made a trade. They're the 11th seed. Be way better. Should be a 1 seed if that team was there from the beginning, and end up being a 10th seed. Win those two. They have to win 2 games, right? Yeah, win those 2 games as a 10 seed, and then win the NBA championship. And I just want to see it.
At least get to the finals.
I want to see it.
At least get to the finals.
I want to see them win. That's going to be a lovely story. I want to see them take the whole thing as a 10th seed. They won the NBA championship.
I mean,
Crazy story.
Talking about the play-in, we just talking about the play-in. There's a team that thinks that many people think that they'll be in the play-in once again, even with their new offseason pickup. You know, what I mean, we're talking best offseason pickups here. This right here, Jalen Brunson, is Chris' best offseason pickup. Explain, man. Explain to the people.
I know. Everyone always says the Knicks need like a superstar point guard, and a point guard in general, right? So I feel like at this point, this is probably one of the first times the Knicks have really had like more of a floor general. I feel like Jalen Brunson can play that role. I feel like he wasn't able to play that role in Dallas because Luka was so ball dominant. So I feel like he has the chance to do that in New York. You know, he has the abilities to run the tempo, throw the game down. You know what I'm saying? Get players in their spots. I said in one of our earlier episodes, I said I feel like he'll get Julius Randle easier shots. He get other players easier shots. They don't have to be so ball dominant. They don't have to be in so many isolated situations. So I just feel like this is going to be really, really big for the Knicks. I feel like Jalen Brunson got to display his talents when Luka went down.
Yeah,
this year he played pretty special. So I feel like the Knicks gotta go on. Yeah, I think they definitely got one.
You gonna add on that, Henny?
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. He explained it perfectly. I couldn't do it any better myself, but I will do better myself. I think this pickup, this pickup is great, man. I really wanted the ball out of Julius' hands, or I wanted him traded. You got a point guard that will take the ball out of his hands and put Julius in the right spot. That's it.
Hopefully,
he does get traded. Exactly. Yeah,
I think it's cool that that Jalen Brunson is one of the league leaders in at efficiency at the rim, and he's only 6'1". You know what I mean?
Right.
I know they talking about Donovan Mitchell going to New York, might be playing with Jalen Brunson. I don't know how that defense.
I hope
gonna
they
look.
Stay away from that. Yeah, I hope they stay away from that.
I don't know how that defense gonna look, but yeah. All right, let's get that.
Top bottom in the NBA. Top bottom in the NBA.
Top bottom.
Yeah.
Top bottom.
Yep.
All right, so this is Henny's. This is your best offseason pickup. That's spicy.
Okay, so why I picked PJ Tucker is simply because he is the most effective player on the court who doesn't score not one basket. That is beautiful to me. As a player, I play like him, so that's why I picked him. We play the same game, so whatever. He doesn't have to work on offense to be effective.
Right.
And he still does. He sits in the corner and he spaces the floor at the 4. You know what that's going to do for Embiid? You already see what it did for James Harden.
Oh, in Houston.
In Houston, PJ Tucker brings a lot without even scoring. He plays defense. Right. He can guard all positions. Somebody going to score 30. It's going to be the hardest 30 you ever had in your life.
Yeah, I feel like in the playoffs, that's really going to help the 76ers in the playoffs. You know what I mean? And
absolutely.
Stretching the floor a little bit for Joel. Okay, Joel's he's a great passer. You know what I mean? He's a willing passer, I would say. He's a willing passer. Right, Chris?
Right.
Yeah. I agree with Hetty. I really like this pickup by the Sixers. You know, looking at even when Tucker was in the NBA Finals against Phoenix, the job he did on Devin Booker, some of those games, you know, he made it as tough as possible. You know, they got a gritty dude over there now in Philly. Again, he spaces the floor. He knocks down those corner threes. He's not afraid to get in somebody's grill.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You need that tough veteran presence on your team that's willing to go out there. He's gonna guard your best defenders. He's gonna get in their face. He's gonna make it tough, man. He's gonna make it tough. So
listen,
I love the pickup by Philly. I love it.
I would be crazy if we don't bring up the Jimmy Butler tweet or the Jimmy Butler comment. Jimmy Butler was in that ass, boy. He said, "Yo, Joel Embiid, I'm bringing you in."
He was clowning. I don't think he was serious.
Nah, but it's going Listen, at the end of the Miami Heat Philadelphia Sixers playoffs, he was like, "Y'all picked Tobias over me, Tobias Harris over me," and now they just got his man's PJ Tucker, who helped them get deep, one game away from the finals.
Jimmy Butler's fueled, man.
He's a competitor, bro. I think the rivalry is tough now. That's a real rivalry. It's you know what I mean, bubbling. Miami and Philly.
A lot of people aren't really realizing like PJ impact. Like he was almost went to the finals when he was in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
One game
went to the finals with the Bucks.
One game away.
Went to the finals with the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
And won. And then he was one game away from the NBA Finals again. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
that boy, player. As my boy Showtime Tone would say, that boy impact winning.
All right, man. This is my off season. My best off season pickup got to be this guy right here, man. I feel like what he's gonna bring to the squad, to the Celtics, is gonna be stability, playmaking, great shooting, because he could shoot. He's not just a spot up shooter; he can shoot off the dribble as well, right? Yeah. And he's somebody that can settle the offense down. Like, this is what we're gonna do. We don't need to be doing all these other crazy stuff, a la Marcus Smart turning the ball over 2 times, and getting ripped by Drew Holiday. That's probably not gonna happen with Brogdon. Not saying that Marcus Smart's not a good point guard, but Brogdon is more of a true point guard than he is. You know what I mean? Which I think. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Nah. So I definitely agree with that, man. You definitely saw the Celtics struggle down the stretch against Golden State with putting the ball in Tatum and Brown's hands to force them to get to the paint and make decisions, which was difficult for them. They're both 2 prolific scorers in the NBA, and asking them to play make was probably a little too much, and they had to do a little too much. So bringing Brogdon over relieves them from having to make those decisions and having those high turnover rates. So I think this is definitely a huge pickup for Boston. Huge pickup.
I mean, it's one thing too. I heard Draymond Green saying, like, when they realized they could beat the Celtics was when they just realized they couldn't go left. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna just shade your right hand, you can't go left. Every time you go left, you start dribbling off your feet. Like, Brogdon is not gonna have those issues.
Right. They forced them to the paint.
Right.
And they were forced to make decisions, and they continually made bad decisions once they got into the paint. You're jumping off. You're not making jump shots. You're making passes in the air. That's a recipe for disaster.
Disaster. All right. We got a under the radar movement. Who we got here? Lonnie Walker. That's your pick, Chris. That's your pick. Explain yourself to the fans, to the people. Lonnie Walker under the radar for the Lakers?
Yeah, definitely. Again, I stressed earlier with the Lakers, they needed some youth. Lonnie Walker brings youth. He brings athleticism. He could get to the rim. I feel like people don't give him enough credit. I know the percentages say different, but I feel like he's gonna pan out to be a better shooter than what people think. The jump shot looks good. It looks nice flow to his jump shot.
Fluid.
He's gonna knock him down. He's gonna have, I think, being out there with LeBron and AD, he'll have plenty of opportunities to get wide open looks and get slices to the basket, to the rim. So I think this will pan out for the Lakers really, really well. I feel like his game can open up a little more for him by having those other superstars around him, such as LeBron and AD. So I'm interested to see. I feel like this pickup was very, very underrated.
I like the pickup too, because the one thing that these Lakers were missing, like you said, is youth and people who play with heart, man. That do the little things. Like Lonnie Walker does it.
Yeah,
Lonnie Walker does it. He get out there, he'll guard you full court, he'll play defense, go rebound, go chase the balls, and he can be that spot up. that LeBron needs just to hit that little corner shot. Sometimes maybe he could even take over games. I think he has that ability to take over games. So
I mean, he's really good on defense too. You know, Pop is not going to be allowing you to be taking off plays. He's not going to be taking plays off. You know what I mean? And that's what's really important. You want players that's really going to push you. The Coach Ham was talking about Russell Westbrook getting back to being a dog. You know what I mean? Like setting screens, playing good defense. Lonnie Walker on the right next to you is going to help you do that for sure.
Right. Sure. You see your teammate playing defense, it automatically trickles. It trickles down. Everybody start playing defense.
Right. All right, another under the radar move.
Oh god.
Jesus. Oh man.
Yo.
All right, thanks for tuning into the podcast.
Yo.
Boy.
Do not disrespect Rudy. Do not disrespect Rudy, man. So what? He's not that good in the playoffs sometimes. It's really because his teammates can't guard. You know what I'm saying? Rudy Gobert, 9 years. He has like 3 defensive players a year. Come on, bro. I mean, if he quit right now, I think that man is a Hall of Famer. If he quit right now, if Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer.
Ben Wallace won a championship.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Against Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal.
You're right. Detroit fandom is probably thanking you right now. I'm like, I'm glad I said it to him.
Because I don't know where you're going with this.
Yes, look, 5 picks could be a lot. Okay? 5 picks could be a lot. But you have tradable assets. One thing you do have is tradable assets. So going forward, let's say D-Lo don't plan out, right? You can trade D-Lo for some tradable assets, for more draft picks. Then go get somebody in the draft if need be. You have tradable assets in Cat, in Rudy, in D-Lo, and Anthony Edwards. What I wouldn't trade, but I'm just saying you have tradable assets. So you may not have the picks, but you have the assets to go get the picks, and then you can just fill in. You can fill in around that player. You can fill in around that team. I think that core is going to be really good. D'Lo, Anthony Edwards, don't matter who's at the 3, Cat, and Rudy. Come on.
This is not under the radar. This is not over the radar. This is nowhere near the radar. This team gave up so much for a defensive player who was a defensive liability. That is horrible. You are a defensive liability. That oh my god, that is so bad. And their defense, the Jazz have a better defensive rating than the Grizzlies. So him coming there, it's not going to make it any better.
Wait, you saying the Jazz have a better defensive rating than the Grizzlies?
Yes.
Wow, when he was on there. Oh, when he was not.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But they're not. They're like the guards are not better defenders in the Grizzlies. That would you said that because the guards were bad defenders.
Yeah,
that's
because
why
in the
look
drop,
like a bad defender.
In the drop coverage that the Jazz play, if you're gonna continue to get beat, he's gonna have to help. So if he's helping off of the person in the corner, then it's gonna always open. Yeah, the turnstile.
If you getting caught on the screen, how is that really?
I mean, if you're playing
on a drop coverage, if you're coming off a screen and Rudy Gobert is dropping back, that's the Jazz's problem on defense. He should be hedging that screen as hard as possible if you know he cannot guard in drop coverage. Why?
I don't think it's him.
Put him in a. Well, I mean, if you're gonna put him in that situation, that's the coach's fault. Why put him in a situation where you know he does not have the foot speed to keep up with guards and wings? Why put him in a drop coverage? He's gonna get exposed every
liability.
Bro, I feel it's the rotation though. It's the backside rotation, right? Because if he's in a drop, right? Let's say he's in a drop, somebody just walks past Michael Conley like everybody does, right? He would then have to help, right? If he helps, they swing the ball. He's helping off. He may be helping off of somebody. He has to get out there. So it be the person that's over on the other side who's not rotating down to the corner person. I don't know, bro. I feel like we're gonna see something crazy in Minnesota.
D'Lo is
this
not a
week.
good defender. Anthony Edwards is not there yet. Cat is not a good defender.
That's why he's
It's
there.
Going to be the same. It's going to be the same
I just feel
situation.
I feel like Rudy Gobert is not. I don't know. I could be wrong. I just feel like he's not going to help Cat's game. He's going to sit there and clog the paint. He can't go anywhere but the paint.
I got a question.
What I'm saying?
Cat is so effective because he brings the big out the paint.
I got a question. So they were the 7th seed. What seed would they have to be to make this deal worth it? Like, not worth it, but all right.
Top 5.
Top 5? So
yeah.
they would have to only go up from 7 to 5.
They would have to miss the play-in. They would have to make sure they're not in the play-in. Sorry, not miss the play-in, but not be in the play-in. Like, they would have to have a solidified playoff spot when the season is over. Like, they just acted like they just won a championship after winning a playing game. You got Rudy Gobert, right? So now, right, you should be. You just got your defensive player of the year, right? You said 3 times, however. Right?
Yeah.
They should be one of the top teams in the West. They should not even be worried about a playing tournament this year.
Right.
For this to pan out.
Right.
So for this to be
for you to
that's your
Say that
expectations.
Again?
That's the for this to look good. That's the expectations.
Yeah. All right.
You got to.
Absolutely.
So for your under the radar move, boy,
On the radar.
they need to be top 5.
All right, I'm cool with that.
Mark it down.
Hey, anybody in the comment section, let us know what Rudy Gobert got to be. I mean, not Rudy Gobert. The Timberwolves got to be for the Rudy Gobert move not to be so bad. We'll see. They got to be next season.
Mark it down. Don't worry. I do the editing, y'all. I do the editing. I got this. I'm gonna save this clip. Don't even worry about it.
All right. Next player on the under the radar, Malik Monk. That's on you, Henny.
Great pickup.
Henny.
Great pickup. Kentucky boys.
For the Kings?
Fox was like, yo, let's do it again. Come over. Come on. He has a chance to be a top 2 guard this year. It's in a perfect situation. He's not with a superstar. He's with a star in Fox. Mm-hmm. I don't think Sabonis is gonna get in his way because Sabonis like to pass.
True.
And he's one of the best of them. You know what I mean? And Malik Monk found his way playing with LeBron, looking like the second best player sometimes on the Lakers. So I mean, look, this is super underrated. I think the Kings did a great move by getting this guy. Mm-hmm. They also have Keegan Murray. Correct? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Keegan Murray, who's fine. I know it's only summer league. All right, relax. I know it's only summer league. Okay, relax. But if he pan out, man, they got a nice little squad out there that might make some noise. I think they might, maybe surf a little bit in that play-in. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if they get 7, but I definitely won't be surprised if they get 6.
Malik Monk is definitely going to add to the depth. He's not starting. He's not starting over.
Starting.
No,
they don't got nobody.
They're not. He's not starting over Davion Mitchell. Sorry, he's not. He's not starting. He'll be the 6th man. He'll be the Jordan Clarkson of that team. I don't think he'll start. Davion Mitchell is a lockdown defender. He's a 2-way player.
I don't know about that.
I don't know, but we're gonna see. What you thinking, Chris?
6'1".
It's his size that worries me. But again, he is a tenacious lockdown defender. Like he plays defense. Mm-hmm. But I would say that I do love the pickup too from the Kings. Mm-hmm. You have their chemistry already with Fox and Monk. Mm-hmm. And again, there were times where Monk looked like the best player on the Lakers this year. There were times.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have a lot more freedom. Yo, relax, honey. He gonna have a lot more freedom not playing with those 2 superstars that command the ball like LeBron and AD and Russ out there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So this could be a chance. This could be a chance for Malik Monk to blossom over there in Sacramento.
Yep.
All right. So now we here, man. Now we here. Top 5 under 25. We was talking about this last. We was talking about like the top 5 last time, But so we kept arguing. So we was like, yo,
top 10.
top 10, top 10, top 10. My bad. But all right, Chris, top 5 under 25. Everybody gonna have Luka first, right?
Under 25, yeah, man. I think it's
no argument.
There's no argument here. Luka Doncic, he does it all. I mean, the only thing we want him to improve on is on the defensive end.
Don't care about that. Speak for yourself.
but that's what I would like to see. I would like to see him improve a little bit on the defensive end, and I feel like he's under 25 years old, and all he does is complain to the refs. I feel like he just needs to play. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well,
if you,
go ahead. Let's go next. We know he number 1. Who's second?
So second, I got Trae Young. I feel like Trae Young, his game speaks for itself. As you can see, he has the range, the ability to get to the rim, the ability to freeze defenders, his ability to play make, his ability to get players involved. I just think that he's head and shoulders, like he's clearly one of the best players under 25 years old.
Trae Young might smash Curry record.
Doubt it, but I'm hoping that he makes a deep playoff run sooner than later in his career. But I think he will. I feel like he's making strides every year. He's getting better and better. Next on my list, I got my boy Zion Williamson. I feel like, again, the amazing athleticism. He could do it on both ends. You know what I'm saying? He just needs to stay healthy. Henny, stop looking at me like that. For those of you who don't know, Henny dislikes Zion Williamson. He feels like he calls him the bus.
He is the bus.
When Zion was on the floor and he did play, Zion averaged 27 points and 7 rebounds. And I feel like he's only going to get better from there if he stays healthy.
Okay. Even Greg Oden was nice at one point.
That's all we need. All we need is Zion to stay on the floor. Right. Zion can finish around the rim, over, through anyone.
Okay.
So next on my list, I got my boy Ja Morant. Ja Morant is on this list because of his abilities to do it all as well. he could do it on the defensive end.
Yo, these highlights crazy.
This clip speaks for themselves. He gets to the rim. I feel like Ja does need to improve on his outside shooting, which I feel like over time he will. I think he needs to become better, a 3-level scorer, and I feel like he has the abilities to do that too. Ja wants all the smoke. That's what I love about him. Ja is there. He wants to be there when the lights are the brightest. So
that's true.
That's why I got Ja up there. And number 5, I got Jay Tatum. He was just in the NBA Finals. I love how Jason Tatum has blossomed into. To me, he could possibly be one of the best wing defenders in the NBA. And it showed it a lot this playoffs, especially in the second half of the season, especially in that Nets series against Kevin Durant, playing superb defense. My thing with him is his consistency. I just need him to be consistent on the offensive end. He has to make some better decisions when he drives to the rim, when he's not scoring the ball. But I feel like, these are things. He's still young. This is why these are the top players under 25. They still have a lot of room to grow and develop. And, these 5 players on my list, they're all special already, and they're just gonna continue to be special and grow over time.
All right. Chris list, top 5. Let us know in the comments what y'all feel about Chris list. You know what I mean?
Solid.
Let's go to your list. Let's go to your list, Henning. Let's go to your list. You know what I mean? And he's top 5 under 25.
I mean, the top 2, same one speaks for his top 3. Same speak for itself. Luka is just too dominant. I don't care about the defense. He doesn't have to play a lick of defense for me because he's a walking triple double and he's out of shape. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. He's that guy. He's that guy, and he's been playing this sport pro since he was 16.
Right.
So I understand why he's playing at the level he is. Trae Young, amazing player. He's not even he's not 6 foot anything. He's definitely 5'11", at least 5'11".
He like
and
5'9".
he can't be stopped. He can get to the basket. He can pass. He can do it all at that level. His range probably has something to do with his height. He couldn't go to the basket before, but he's learned how to shoot from distance, which makes him very effective. Like Curry, who pump fakes. His pump fake is the best weapon he has. Trae Young is getting there. Ja Morant has to work on the shooting, but I don't care. As long as he goes to the basket and dunks it on somebody, he's always going to be top 5 to me. Under 25, of course.
Right.
And Jason Tatum just went to the finals, put that team on his back. Under 25. Only few can do it at that age. It's very hard to do it. People don't even do it till they hit their 30s, which is their prime. He's doing it before he hits 25. Or he is 25. He's 25 currently.
All right, now let's get to what's number 5.
Hold on, he's 25 currently.
Let's get to your number 5,
24,
please.
24.
24. Okay, so he's not even 25 yet. Now,
I'm
gonna speak to the people.
Speak to the people.
As a third option in the Golden State offense, he averaged 17 points. Not being the main guy, being under 25 in the finals, winning at that.
He got a chip.
Not help. Not like, oh, he hits a few open shots and he averaged 17. Being a third option. He's special. He's special, and the only reason I have him 5 is because it's not his team yet. It's not his team. It's still Curry's team. But
said yet.
I feel like once he gets that opportunity to be the number 1 guy, he's gonna blossom and be.
Well, listen.
2. I think he could be 2 because he's not being Luka. Luka is just.
Hold on, time out. You just said Jordan Poole has the ability to be 2 if he was the number 1 option?
Yeah.
You're nuts.
I love this is one of my favorite stats per 32 36. My math is a little bit off. 36 per 36. Yeah, per 36. If you look it up, this means if he played 36 minutes straight, correct?
If he gets 36
correct,
minutes,
Chris?
Right? Yeah,
if he played 30 minutes 36 minutes straight, he would average 22 points.
Bro, what are we talking about here? Jordan Poole
is top 5.
Top 5
under 25. Under 25. This is not
State.
ridiculous. This is not ridiculous. This is not ridiculous.
It is awful. That is an awful take. That is awful. That is awful. Jordan Poole top 5. Listen, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Chris.
Only reason I would disagree with the take, Henny.
Only reason? You only got one?
Well, there's a couple, but one thing I would say is Jordan Poole is a one-way player. All he does is bring you one thing, and that's scoring. You know what I'm saying? Every other player on that list does
you just
more
say that
than
about
just
Luka?
scoring.
Is Trae Young a 2-way?
No, but Luka also. But I didn't say 2-way.
Is Luka a 2-way?
Did I say 2-way or did I say does more than one thing?
You did say does more than one thing.
All right, I didn't say 2-way. Right.
And I also said it's not his team. It's not his team. I said it's not his team.
Let him finish, Chris. Let him finish, Henny. Let him speak, Henny.
Trae Young scores. Trae Young facilitates. Luka scores. Luka facilitates. Zion scores. Zion can rebound the ball and play defense. Jason Tatum scores the ball. Jason Tatum can play defense. Ja Morant scores the ball. Ja Morant can facilitate the ball. Ja Morant can also play defense. Jordan Poole could just score. That's why he's not in the top 5.
Does Curry do more than scoring?
Yes. Curry does more than scoring without even touching the ball.
That's true.
I get that. I get that.
All right, you just answer your question then. You get it. What are we talking about?
Would you rather him score or would you rather him pass?
Who?
I would rather Stephen Curry score.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And Jordan Poole is using his
But
God-given
Jordan Poole is
abilities.
not. I get it, yo, bro.
Does he have to?
I'm not
Does he
taking
have
away
to?
anything. I'm not taking away
Does he
anything from
have
what Jordan
to?
Poole does. I
But
love Jordan Poole.
in this
He's not
offense,
top five though.
being a third player, third best player, does he have to? Does he have to do anything else besides score?
He played defense. That's why he kept getting taken out in the finals, because he's terrible.
You go.
He's still under 25.
Yeah, but he's saying, for what Chris
He's
Point
still
is
under
saying,
25.
Chris saying he's
I'm just-
one-dimensional. Literally one-dimensional. He's great for what the Warriors do. But
right.
come on. Top 5 under 25. Yo, let me get to my list, bro.
But that's why I couldn't put him over anybody else, bro. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Be respectful for a person that's under 25 who earned his ring, not no 9-point chump. Not no.
No one's taking that away from him though. Just because he's not. Listen, I didn't say he's not top 10. I just said he's not top 5.
Any.
Definitely top 5. Definitely.
Give it a rest. You're on something, my brother. You're on something.
HB, let's hear this list, man.
All right, baby.
You got Bam at 5. You got Bam at 5.
Listen.
Listen. I'm solid.
Listen. First things first. Luka Doncic, we already know. Let me just skip him. Jason Tatum possibly has the ability to be the best player in the NBA. In the next 2 to 3 years, he could solidify himself as the best basketball player in the NBA. So that's why I got him number 2, right? It really just depends on. I mean, I feel like the future of the league, the future face of the league, is in my top 3. You know what I mean? Like, the future face of the league is he gonna be one of these 3 fellas? That's what I think under 25. You know what I mean? Jason Tatum is a bucket. He's a, you know what I mean? John Morant is a dog. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man. I feel like Ant-Man's probably gonna be a top 15 player or top 12 player in by next season, by next playoffs. He'll be in that talk of all NBA energy. I feel like that's where his trajectory is. And Bam Adebayo guards 1 to 5. He's a dog. He's amazing. He's elite. He's probably Miami's. If Miami give him the ball, he can be Miami's best player. I'm going crazy? Is Bam Adebayo worse than Jordan Poole? I don't think it's worse than Jordan Poole.
So, I mean, I love Bam. I love Bam. But I feel like for what the Miami needs to go to that next level, and for what he needs to take his game to the next level, he hasn't done it. I feel like he needs that face-up game that Joel Embiid has in the post. If Bam could bring a consistency to that, I feel like that's what would take Bam to the next level. And I feel like I feel like this was his year to do that. And I feel like he didn't do that.
Bam?
You know, he has to. Yeah, I feel like Bam needs to establish himself more offensively for me to to put him up there.
Go ahead.
In that top 5.
Go ahead.
I'll just wait my turn. Are you done, Chris?
Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
For a person that could guard all what you said? How many positions did you say he could guard? All 5, and didn't Al Horford had his way with him?
I mean, I feel like that's more of like
Al Horford
had his way. How? What do you mean by that, bro? Come on, bro.
He had his best series against Miami.
He did.
Al Horford.
He wasn't cooking him.
Yes, he was.
He was cooking him.
Yes, he was. So for him to be your time, but yeah, Jordan Poole get cooked by guards. Yeah.
Well, Al Horford's a big man.
Right. Who doesn't score?
He scores. I think that was more coach gets coach than, you know what I mean, Bam being out there. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it was more coaching. At the same time, a lot of they were hurt. Miami was hurt. I mean,
but that goes back to my point.
But not Bam.
That goes back to my point where Bam scoring.
They had Bam not looking at the rim. Now that's crazy.
Well, that's coaching.
But that goes back to my point though. Bam had opportunities where he had isolations against their big man and he struggled. Like Bam was pretty much a non-factor scoring wise, and that was my thing with Miami. Why I didn't feel like they were gonna get over the hump because they needed too much. They needed more scoring
Exactly.
than they
That's what I'm
had.
saying. Jordan Poole was a factor.
Let's move on. Y'all killing me, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
With my
my
top
God.
5, I got Bam top 5. I think it's better than Henny's top 5, and probably better than Chris top 5, definitely under 25. But
You had Bam there.
let's
He didn't
talk.
look at the rim.
Let's talk about RJ and Tyler Hero. New York Knicks versus the Miami Heat, the rivalry that never ends. Who you got with this, Chris? Who you got?
I'd have to go with Tyler Hero, man. I feel like
Wow.
his ability to score the ball and the way he's doing it, you know, he plays less minutes than RJ,
Mm,
and he's averaging
around
how much is he averaging?
the same.
Oh, both
Right.
average 20.
They both
Yeah,
average 20.
they're both averaging 20 points, 6 man of the year. If Tyler Hero was in RJ Barrett's starting role,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't even be a question. Tyler Hero is just not looked at as RJ's looked at because he's coming off of the bench. But if those roles were reversed, would RJ probably would not even he probably wouldn't average 15 points.
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
That's just me.
That's very disrespectful.
That's just
He
me.
said what he said, bro. He said what he said. What you got? What you got, Hetty? It's disrespectful to who?
First, to RJ. First of all, RJ is a defensive first player.
Is he?
So for him, yes, he is.
Okay.
He is. When Tibbs needs somebody stop, who they call? Not Ghostbusters, RJ.
I mean, because you got Evan Fournier right next to you. You can't call him.
That was horrible.
I'm still working the kinks out on my catchphrases, people. Please, just bear with me. I'm gonna throw some more at y'all.
We need to cut that one out.
All right, so I think RJ is a better defender than, well, obviously he's a better defender than Hero. They're not even saying that's what separates them. They both average 20, but to be a defense first, second scoring, I think RJ is better, and he doesn't even get the touches that Hero get. He's coming off the bench. He's coming off the bench with nobody else.
That's true. Hero's game is just more sexy than RJ's. RJ is like trying to fit a cube in
he's figuring it out
in a circle.
But you know who was also like that? Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
Kawhi was just like that.
Okay.
He was what he averaged. I think he averaged. Could be wrong. Don't quote me. I think it was like 15-ish when he first played LeBron.
Oh yeah, in the finals.
Yeah, it was 15.
Everything is measured by LeBron.
Yeah, has to be. What is this pod about? We tried to talk about LeBron's children for the title for this podcast.
Oh my god,
they wasn't having it. So
absolutely not.
Eyes on Podium. We went with whatever. I didn't vote for it. Whatever.
But yeah, man, RJ, the face of New York City, the face of the franchise. Like soon to be. I mean, they might trade RJ for Donovan. These are two players that might be in Utah. One of these two players might be in Utah in the next month.
And they definitely gonna boost that 20 points. That's definitely going up. Whoever gets traded, that's definitely going up.
Sure is.
Definitely going up.
Oh man, we wrapping it up, man. We wrapping it up. Thank you for joining Eyes on the Pod. Oh my gosh, Eyes on Podium podcast. I was talking all too fast.
We should have called it LeBron's children.
Look, subscribe, like, comment. We appreciate y'all coming.
Episode 3. Coming for more, man.